You're watching Sky News. Do stay with us. Coming up, tweeting the word of God. Find out about the vicar who's harnessing social media to get his message across. UK, increasing congregation numbers and appealing to a younger audience is an ongoing challenge for religious leaders. But one vicar in Weston-super-Mare has turned to the social networking for a boost. Our media and technology correspondent Katie Stallard has been finding out if it's working.
In the beginning there was a church in Weston-super-Mare, and its vicar looked at that church and he saw the congregation was falling. And lo, he created a Twitter account and set forth his message in 140 characters or fewer.
Write it in a tweet, send it out to your followers so that they can hear the good things that the Lord has done.
Inspired by his teenage sons and dressed in his jeans, the Reverend Andrew Alden is using the power of social media to spice up his sermons and reach out to new followers. Meet the country's first Twitter vicar.
I think it was the approach that Jesus took. He was creative, he was contemporary, he spoke to people in a way that they understood at that time. For us, the way to speak to people is through the media they use, which is Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
This church is 100 years old, and the difficulty here, as across the country, is attracting younger followers. But with the band playing and the congregation clutching iPads and smartphones with their Bibles, they're trying to create a more modern, energetic feel. Pinned to the pillars, the note Abraham 123. No, not today's Bible reading, but the password to the church Wi-Fi.
What's happening here is a reflection of the way our attitudes to media are changing. In this church, they felt the traditional sermon with one man standing at the front and preaching was just a bit outdated. They wanted something more interactive, a bit more 21st century.
And it doesn't take long for the tweets to come flooding in.
Let's do a refresh. Can God be moved enough to change his plans for our lives? Getting into predestination right here on Sky News, that's big.
It certainly seems to go down well with the congregation.
My generation, they don't come to church because they think it's really just old-fashioned, outdated, and that's what they think of God. They think, oh, church is really boring, so they think God's boring. So obviously if they see church that's more with the times, so obviously, you know, we've got Twitter now, a bit more interactive, so people will be encouraged and think, oh, church is actually a bit more relevant for me.
And the advent of Twitter is not confined to the Church of England. The Pope has a Twitter account, though he's only actually tweeted 6 times. The Dalai Lama has nearly 4 million followers. Twitter, it seems, has the power to transcend religious boundaries. And generations. What started in this small Somerset church with Twitter Sunday, they hope, will inspire a new, younger following, using the power of social media to spread the word 140 characters at a time. Katie Stallard, Sky News, Weston-super-Mare.